And so this is Christmas. I won't kill everyone with that. Holy moly. What an effort. 12 days of Christmas. And I can't begin to tell you how massive that's been. And, like it's been amazing for my community. It's been amazing for me. It's been amazing for the people in my life. And I've got so many thank yous to give out. And it's going to take me a little while to get to everybody with those thank yous because it's been so significant. But I just, I'm going to put it in perspective for you. 12 days, 2,500 heartfelt connections, 2,500 pairs of socks going on people that some of them need them, some of them don't, some of them just need a smile. And the connections I'll never forget. Today we're finishing up. People were up. You're the sock guy. You're the guy. That's the guy. You're the guys that they're doing this. It's just That's extraordinary. Right. And I'm so grateful. But I'm going to go back to the start of it, and I want to say a massive shout out to Heather Joy Bassett, who was there at the start, and unfortunately she had an opportunity at home that needs attention, right? So she needs to be there. But there's so many stories. We are so worth this. We're so worth being connected and seen. But I think it was my very last conversation in Frankston today that it's going to stay with me forever. This beautiful mom, this beautiful daughter we were talking to, and they've got their obstacles in life. And they've chosen to support others. It's come at a cost.
A big cost.
And they didn't know where to turn to. But they now have a safe place to land. And that is what I'm about. A safe place to land for all of us. Because we're worth it. So, Papa, I'm going to ask you to summarize your experience before I summarize everything.
Well, with all the people I've spoken to, one of the things that I realised that not that I judge books by their cover in the past, but you definitely can't do that. Some of the guys that softened the most were the biggest guys, and walking up to them and starting the conversation and just listening to them, first of all, talk about the losses they've had in their life, loss of wives and sons and other things. One guy, one of the last ones, a huge mountain of a man who just lost his wife and son this year. And security guard, coming across very strong. When I started speaking to him, passed him the socks, and we were talking about those, you could just see him soften and realizing that a lot of people are out there putting on brave faces, wearing their masks and trying to pretend they haven't got a mask on, and it's showing its toll. But it showed me that so many people were just waiting for somebody to talk to them.
Yeah.
And as soon as you do that, the mask disappears and they step out from behind it and they just open their hearts up. But then the conversations, a number of people that we walked up to who we started chatting to, who were social workers, who were working with helping other people, who just look like anybody else in the public, and just realizing by having conversations, you never know who you're connecting to or where those conversations are going to go. But the number of possible collaborations and that have come out of that. So what you've done with the socks, and as you've said, the socks are just a pathway, a tool to get people into conversations.
Yeah.
But with the people we talk to, with all these people in their isolated little pockets, from what I can see of what we've been doing here, is it's the glue that's bringing them together. As we say, we together. #We Together. It's all about bringing people together. And that's what I've seen over the last 3 days that I've been out there walking the streets and talking to people.
Yeah. And thank you, because like it doesn't happen without each other, you know, like, and just on that, like, look at the people that have come from around Australia and come and supported bits and pieces, you know, Shorty, John, you know, Andrea and Justin, like all these beautiful, beautiful people just coming down to support us. Bayside Community Kitchen, what an extraordinary place to actually come together. Like the community they've built around that is just wonderful, and the amazing people in there. Like I just, not, the staff are phenomenal, but it's the people who come in and sit and talk and play games, backgammon, and you know, chess, and like. And I want to give a massive kudos to Oscar for being a part of this. Like, oh, there you go. Like the kid's got his magic tricks, and he understands the importance of connecting with people, and he understands the importance of spending time with people, and he's just doing his magic tricks to put a smile on their face. At 11 years old, he gets it. He understands that we just need to connect to each other and just say good day. And that every single one of us has got a story. There's not one person I met that didn't have a story. And they're all beautiful. Every single one of them, you know. And we, you know, like, had the opportunity to sit with a federal politician and have a conversation, and this person's in pain right now. He's going through a lot. And they fronted up, and because it was worth it, because the community is worth it, the people are worth it. We're all worth this, Papa. We're all worth the effort it takes to be around each other. You know, but I'm so proud of that kid. You know, we live in this beautiful, beautiful world, this beautiful place called Earth that just has so many amazing things. But the most amazing thing that I continually come across is that heartfelt connection, the beauty. Like, you know, Bayside Community Kitchen, Cam, Jeanette, Vanessa, you know, they all gave us the opportunity to have somewhere to be and do our thing. They gifted us their space to connect to our community, because it is our community. We all live, work, play, and invest there. It's our community. We've got to look after each other, because we all have an impact on each other.
So seeing more connections of within the community as well, because while we're there talking to some people and they look a little bit apprehensive when we first walked up to them, then somebody would go past and go, "Oh, those socks are the most comfortable pair of socks I've ever worn." And so all these people responding who are walking past, and the people who are with us, just the change of expression on their face.
Yeah.
And that it went from being, well, what are these guys wanting? And that's the one thing that I noticed. A lot of people, it was like, what are they selling? What are they trying to get out of us here?
Yeah.
The thought that people are just giving is not something that many people really understand. They don't expect it. They don't see it. They feel fearful of it at first. But once you're able to break through that shell and make that connection, it's the conversations. As you said, there hasn't been a bad conversation amongst all of them. They've all been brilliant conversations. Everyone's different and everyone's got a story.
Yeah, they have. But I think the receiving part is something that I'm going to embrace more of next year, because receiving something we don't know how to do enough, receiving something that, you know, we feel guilty for receiving. I know I've always felt guilty for receiving, and I still struggle with it a little bit. But I can't rob somebody of the opportunity to feel good about themselves. I can't rob them of that moment where someone's doing something for me because they've seen me and they just want to make my life a little bit easier or let me be seen. And it's so important to accept that gift, because if someone's going to the effort to do that for you, that's them putting themselves out there to do that. And that's a hard thing to do, is to put yourself out there, because everything comes up, you know? So there's a few other people that I really want to thank right now too, Papa. But I'll do it a little bit better. Liana Goodman. Not only did she shave her head for it, she was out and about walking the streets with me. She's, being a part of everything because she wants to be better in herself. And I just want to honor that. Scotty McDonald for fronting up down there regularly to be a part of different conversations. Lisa Westgate, you gorgeous human being, for coming into the community, embracing it, bringing your son down to share this and do this together. And it's we together opportunity. And I'm probably Janice Dunn for getting behind us. There's a massive one in David Torelli. David Torelli is somebody that I want to learn. I want to teach you more about. I want to educate what he does, because to me, he's a great man that does great things, but is a great leader in both in business and in life, because he takes things and educates himself and educates others and rewards people and lets them feel good about themselves. Hugh Mastrix, who's always around and always supporting things, getting behind it. When he and his son came down and gifted some socks, they learned about themselves, which is about what it's all about. We learn about ourselves. We make ourselves stronger. We make the people in our lives stronger. And it's just extraordinary. I'm so grateful, Papa. I'm so grateful.
The thing is, you can sit here all day and go through names and that, just because there's been so many people involved and so many people have embraced it and become part of it. And not one of us haven't received in the process of what we've been giving to other people.
Yeah. Cold water crazies, like consistently. I'm a little bit tired. You might be able to hear it in my voice. It's a little bit cooked, but I'm so Katie Patterson. Katie Patterson's another great person who came down. And I'm going to have to sit down and put it all in process. But I've literally just finished. We've literally just finished with our last pair of socks. Just walked in the door, and I just wanted to say thank you. And thank you to everybody who supports us, everybody who be a part of our community, everybody who just shares what we do, makes a comment, and just embraces it. Everyone matters. Everyone helps. Every little tiny bit. So from my heart to yours, I want to say a huge thank you. I want to say Merry Christmas. I wanted to let you know that we're worth this. I want to thank you for doing your best right now. Who would have thought a pair of socks can change the world? But they are, and they're changing mine.
That's what it's all about. We all receive, as I said, it changes every one of us. Every action we take flows onto other people, and it flows out and it also flows in.
Thank you, Papa. On that note, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go and have a shower and have a lie down, but I'm so proud of what we've done. I'm so proud of the community we've built. I'm so proud of the people of Frankston. I'm so proud of the people who have stepped out of their comfort zones and received. I'm so proud of the people who sat down with me and had a board game and had conversations that, sometimes are uncomfortable. So proud of the people that put their hand up and said, this is me.
That's it.
So
we'll see you all later on.
Take care, peoples. All right, now I'm going to find that button because rather than mucker.
There it is.